Hey, how's it going? It's Walsh here, sick as always. Welcome to episode 2 of the Secrets of the Atlas here on Ruthless SSF. The Juggernaut is going pretty well. It's kind of weird being this tanky. Usually my league starters are hot garbage, so I die to everything. Now my damage isn't amazing, but I'm not dying, so I can't really complain about that. Anyway, I really hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you near the end. So I was mainly just focusing on doing as many like tier 1s as I could. I just wanted to build up a nice stockpile of tier 2s. That's usually how I like to play. I usually like to just like farm the lower tier, try to get a bunch of the next tier before I start clearing them. Now I'm not saying that way is better or worse. It's just the way I've always really liked to do it. It just feels very comfortable to me. Also, I do want to say I'm very excited to experience like filling out my Atlas tree without being able to exploit Kirak because Kirak has been absolutely busted for so long. I don't know. I'm shocked they haven't nerfed it sooner. It's kind of funny though because they have kind of removed it a couple of times, but most like as you can see, like every single time they brought it back. So I'm kind of concerned they're just gonna do that again this league. Like it'll be like 3 or 4 days where we can't, use Kirak to just like unlock everything for like really cheap, and then they're gonna bring it back. But I hope not. I think like I don't know. I think it's gonna completely change the dynamic. Like at this point, people would already have like 3 or 4 tier 16s completed. I don't even know if anyone's done a red map yet at this point. I mean, at the point of recording this, they haven't. But like by the time you see this, I'm absolutely sure that they have. But anyway, you saw we got a Mind Spiral, which is always an amazing unique to get. Funny enough, it was also 4-linked, which is pretty convenient. I mean, obviously a 4-link isn't like super valuable, but hey, I mean, it's free. Got some more tier 3s done, still spending all my gold trying to get some farmers. I really just want to start getting this going. I really want to know, I don't know, I'm kind of concerned. I feel like the boats are going to be absolutely game breaking. But honestly, when you really think about it, assuming it's nerfed, right? Assuming it's nerfed, let's say every single time you send your boat out, you got an Alk. Which, for Ruthless, if you don't play Ruthless, Alchemy Orbs are insanely valuable. So let's say every hour and 45 minutes you could guarantee an Alk. Is that really busted? Is that insane? Like, and I don't, and that's saying if it's a guarantee. Oh, hey, I got the new ring. I will definitely be double corrupting that later. And I'm not even saying that the boats are going to be that good. Maybe they're a little better. Let's say worst case scenario, you get like every 2 hours, you get like 2 Alks. In endgame, is that really that crazy? I don't know. It's definitely going to be stronger than pretty much every other mechanic in the game. So, I mean, yeah, in that sense, it is going to be busted. But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe by like 2 weeks in, I'll hate the boats and I'll stop using them. But we'll see. I got myself a new Merc. He's pretty good. Does pretty decent damage. Can't complain. So far, the only Mercs that kill me are the ones that do chaos damage and that really terrifying, I don't know, the Void Sphere, whatever the hell it's called. That thing is terrifying. Got another tier 2 done. I think I only need like 1 or 2 more and I'm done with my tier 2s. If you know me, we just talked about it a minute ago. I pretty much usually like to roll that way. Try to get all like my tier 2s done and then really push my tier 3s and so on and so forth. But, it always changes. Sometimes I get impatient, rush it. Finally got a farmer. I mean, tier 4. Can't complain about that. So if you haven't made it to Kingsmarch yet, I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest change they made is you cannot send anything unless the value of the shipment is at least 50,000, which is a very good positive change. I'm glad they did that. But I'm gonna say that like the shipment time is still way too fast. It's good that we can't cheese it by like just sending like 1K, 2K shipments and getting tons of loot back. That's a really good positive change. But I don't think it's enough for Ruthless. I think it's still gonna be really, really powerful. But maybe not. Obviously, I just sent my first ship. We'll find out in a couple hours when it comes back. And, over the few weeks and months as the league goes by. But I am concerned that this mechanic is just going to be like, once again, the most overpowered thing in Ruthless and stronger than every other mechanic combined. But maybe not. Maybe they did a really good job nerfing it. The main thing I'm worried about is currency. I'm not really worried if like every 2 hours you can get like 1 or 2 rares from a boat. I think that's fine. Getting tattoos and stuff like that. I think that's cool. What I'm mostly worried about is just raw currency, but we'll see what happens. So far, I'm really enjoying having a mercenary with me. It just kind of makes the maps feel more alive, like there's just someone else there with me. The only way I could see myself not liking this mechanic is if in the end game they get so game breakingly powerful that like your character just doesn't matter anymore. In that case, I'd stop using them. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but yesterday I lost a bunch of maps to disconnects. I think I lost three in a row, and I was pretty sad. I mean, the game was pretty nice to me in the next map. It was like, here, have a GCP. We're really sorry. And then, like, immediately after, I bricked another map. And after losing three maps this early on, I was kind of tilted, so I did take a little bit of a break. Came back to get my boat, and of course, my very first boat, one of my guys dies. I did get an alchemy, which, I mean, like we were saying, an alchemy every like 2 hours or whatever. That's pretty cool. The second boat did not give me an alchemy. So far, I've only been sending the bare minimum shipment of 50k. I got myself a nice new belt upgrade. Always happy to see that. I am like, I don't know, I'm like teetering on like losing like my res cap, but at the same time, my health pool is really nice, and having 7 endurance charges lets you get away with not having res cap. Granted, you always want to be res capped, but I can get away I can get away with a lot more as a Juggernaut. Got another upgrade, pretty decent helmet. I haven't really found any like god tier gear off the mercenaries yet. I know some people have, but I mean, it's been nice just getting some extra rares and sometimes some extra currency here and there. I got my first Calgur Scarab, which is pretty cool. It gives you a random ore. I mean, I'm not going to use it for a while because I'm assuming I don't want to use that until like high tier reds because I'm sure I can't get some ore in low tier. But after, a while, we'll get ore, I'm sure. Anyway, though, I got another tier 2 completed, so I just need one more and I'm finally done. I got myself a new mercenary. This one actually has the determination aura. The only thing I'm sad about is the mercenaries actually have the unnerfed auras, so the determination is absolutely busted for Ruthless. Which, I don't know. Is that really that big of a problem? I guess not. Finished another tier 3 as you just saw. I need two more and I'm completely done with that. I really enjoyed, like I said a few times now, just going through each of the tiers, getting all my 2s, getting all my 3s. I just really enjoy it. I got a pair of 25% MS boots, which is fantastic. Granted, they have 0 life on them basically, but I don't really care. I pretty much never die. After 40 maps, this is my exactly 40th map, I finally found my first ore, which is pretty awesome. It wasn't like a great ore or anything like that, but I mean, hey, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, you can't do flask in there. I did start disenchanting, mostly because I was just trying to do the quest. I tried a little bit more crafting, and I gave this guy a new weapon, and he was doing a lot more damage, so I thought it'd be funny to put my weapon on him and see how he did. And yeah, he just, like, soloed the boss. I'm not saying he two-shot the boss or anything like that, but I mean, I just stood there and watched, and he made the boss die, which is pretty funny. I did end up putting the weapon back on myself halfway through the fight because I was starting to feel kind of, like, bad. I was like, man, why am I even here? Anyway, I did finish my last tier 2, which is amazing. My current plan is just to probably just go for 25 and get some more shaping nodes. Oh my god. The range is 1 to 40 MS, and I hit 6. Sounds about right. I mean, on the bright side, hey, thanks, sure. Another good thing about the Kingsmarch is you can actually disenchant all these crappy uniques you're never going to use. So that's kind of cool. It feels less bad getting them now. I did end up getting a Terminus S, which is pretty funny. I can't. There's no way there is like no exile that I could. Or sorry, not exile. There's no way there isn't a mercenary that I could just put that on. Like maybe there's even a Flicker Strike one. I don't know if there is, but that would be pretty funny. My third ship also did not give me an alchemy, so I've done 3 ships and only one gave me an alch. I mean, it could just be. Oh my god, that's got to be the earliest unique map I've ever found. It could just be bad RNG. Maybe everyone else is getting like alks every time. But one alk from 3 boats, so one alk for 6 hours, that is not busted. But of course, don't read anything into that. That's only 3 boats. That's like nothing. So it very well could be insane, especially as you get more stuff being sent. Got some more maps completed. Finished the Pillars of Allure for no problem, whatever. Got tier 4 as you see right here. I don't know. I really just want to try, even if it's not very good. Oh, hey, my first tier 5 from Casio, of course. I'm telling you right now, Blight is amazing. Blight is like the most underrated, like, ruthless mechanic there is. I don't know why people don't like Blight. I see it all the time, people in chat saying they don't like Blight. I'm not sure why. I did complete a map runner just because I wanted to finish the quest, and honestly, it gave me a bit of loot. But yeah, I really think that it's going to be fun trying, like, new ways to do our Atlas tree now. Boat 4, by the way, no alchemy. Um, maybe now, like I think you could still rush Kirak like the old-fashioned style. I think you could still do that and it would still be very successful. But I think now what this change does to Kirak is it opens up new options, new avenues to take. And I think I'm just gonna hard commit to trying Harbinger and see how that goes. I think it could be very good. Like Orbs of Horizon are insane. I think normally if you were just using it to get completions, it would be okay. But now that you can use Horizons to change like Elder Guardians and stuff like that, I think they are way more valuable, and therefore it makes Harbinger a much more like efficient mechanic for Ruthless. So I've had this like weird RNG. I've been getting support gems like rage support as you can see here, which is pretty good. It's not like a great support for me, but I mean it's pretty nice. This one right here though, overexertion. Dude, I knew when I picked Volcanic Fissure and chose not to use Earth Shatter, I just knew I was going to get everything I need for Earth Shatter. I mean, I can't complain. I'm still in a 4 link now, so I mean, hey, if you're support, you always want that. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am level 78, 39% of the way to 79. We're Rescat. My armor is looking pretty decent. I'm really enjoying this character. It's kind of strange. Like, I do think that like things are kind of weird because I'm using like a really bad attack speed weapon. Because there have definitely been times where I'm like just sitting here for like 2 minutes just attacking a boss, and sometimes like I don't even hit the boss. I don't know what's going on. The skill is kind of weird. I do like Volcanic Fissure, but it definitely feels like it really wants attack speed, and being a slow slam skill kind of feels odd. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just my weapon DPS isn't insane. But if we're being honest here, this is a pretty damn good weapon. Like, if I was Earth Shatter with this weapon, I would be absolutely destroying everything. It would feel incredible. But so far, Fisher's just kind of felt weird. It doesn't feel bad, it just kind of feels off. But again, I think that's just a gear thing. I am going to change my tree a bit. I'm going to drop the Corrupting Blood. Since now I have the Overexertion, I feel better about, like, committing to War Cries. So I'm going to take Deep Breaths and then take the Mastery, so I always have a minimum of 10 power. I think that'll make the character feel a lot better. I was also considering going for As the Thunder instead, but I don't think it's really worth it. My Atlas tree is looking pretty good. We have 21% increased maps found. I do have Shaping the Mountains. My next points are going to come over here. I'm going to get Shaping the Skies. Then I'm going to come up this way, which is insane. I've never done this for a league start. And I think I'm going to take Unspeakable Offensive, and I'm going to take Ominous Arrival. I think what I'm going to do is take Ominous Arrival first. I think that makes the most sense, and then come up here. I'm not even, like, I'm not even hard committed to taking this yet, but the biggest thing is these two tiny nodes are crazy. So if I come up here, that's 1, 2, 3 additional percent chance. And on top of that, we're getting the 8 right here, so that's 11. I think that's going to make a huge difference. I'm not even taking the, like, obviously this node is pretty good. Like, I'm not saying it's not, but I think if it was just for this node, I would not be spending this many points on it. But anyway, after that, I'm going to come down here and we get Shaping the World, go up through overloaded circuits and take map pack size. I could go up this way, but I don't know. I kind of want to be down here. That way, if I do want to get commissioned officer, which I very well might want to do, because even if like Kirek isn't insane, this node for one single point is incredibly efficient. Next thing I want to talk about is my currency. I do have a few alchemies saved up. I think I've only gotten one, maybe two from Kingsmarch so far. Maybe it's a couple more, I could be remembering it incorrectly. But it really hasn't felt like a lot. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this league so far. My map pool is looking great. My tier 2s are all done. I need one more tier... Oh, sorry, I need two more tier 3s. I lied. Two more tier 3s, a couple more tier 4s, and I've only done one tier 5. I'd be very happy to get the yellow maps, like, hopefully tomorrow, but I don't know. It's all going to depend on RNG. If I could just get one key rack to reset my shop, that would be pretty amazing. But other than that, I'm just farming support gems, of course. I am on a 4 link. We got Rage, Close Combat, and Overexertion. I only have 2 War Cries right now because I'm using, or exerting War Cries, I should say. Because obviously I'm using Enduring Cry. For a while, I was using Inexhonorable just to get the endurance charges passively. But I don't know, man. It's really nice, but like spending 3 points on that, it's kind of lazy when I could just like hit spacebar and get it. Especially once I get the mastery where I always have a minimum of 10 power. Like, sure, usually it'd only give me like 1, maybe 2 endurance charges, but because I'm a Juggernaut, a lot of the times it'll just put me to my max. But yeah, anyway, my goal is now just to focus on my map pool. I do want to show you Kingmark real quick. once it loads. Man, the servers have been absolutely insane. Like, it's definitely not the worst league we've ever had, but I've had way more disconnects in this league than pretty much any other. So I guess I didn't have to go here actually. I do have 7 farmers now. I have a bunch of them on wheat just because my main trader needs that. Got a couple of miners, got a couple of really nice smelters. 2 4 stars. I did finally get 1 4 star disenchanter. I did make some map runners, but it was just for questing. I'm not actually like running maps. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, I guess it could be worth it if you were like maintaining higher tier and making a bunch of gold, but I'm really not. And also, I don't really want to delete my maps like that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you tomorrow.